You know who else is amused? Minecraft. It's December 1st, 2024. We're starting a new month of Farlands or Bust. We left off at 72,193.21 megabytes. And new mushrooms. Nobody mentioned the mushrooms. So after this segment, we'll have to flip the final mushroom calendar page. I wonder what it could possibly be. You'll have to stick around to find out.
They claim they're from another dimension.
Another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another dimension. Another dimension.
Another dimension.
Another dimension. Another dimension.
Yay, new shrooms.
New shrooms, Janipoko. Thank you for 104 months in the subtub. Good lord. Subtub. All right. If you're ready and you've got your woofs ready, let's continue. Woof! There it finally is. I saw some premature woofery in chat. Disqualified. False starts. Oh, well, that works. Let's grab Wolfie and continue west to the Farlands here. As they say in Minecraft Beta 173. A mere 5 blocks, 3 blocks, 0 blocks from the center on the x-axis. Premature wolfing. Indeed. How is it already December? First of all. First and second of all. I feel like November went by very fast. In particular. Every year, it just the calendar seems to speed up. Kind of. That does seem like that. November does need 31 days. It is weird in that way, yes. It is strange and unusual. Well, I fell in. I don't know about the year. I don't feel like... Oh, iceberg. I don't feel like the year flew by. But then again, I don't remember anything prior to October. So... but a bit of a mixed bag with that one there. Eegs. The girlfriend is almost done with school this month. that's exciting, but also a little bit nerve-wracking, because she would like to find a job, but with all the trouble having gone through all this school to do so. Oh, we just got a bunch of ham and you're taking damage. Well, both the semester and done. She did like a fast track. That was why she took like 21 credit hours a couple quarters in a row. Normally it would have been the full year, you know, and then graduate in June. But she fast tracked. Speed power. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of credits. Oh, perfect. Now apply for the instructor of the course. The funny thing is, like, their school is having a lot of turnover with their instructors, and one of her previous classmates is now teaching one of the classes. Which also, she wonders why didn't they ask her any of that? She's a very good leader and teacher. But also that would have been nice to have been asked, but wouldn't have been interested. So yeah, exciting, interesting stuff there. You know what else is exciting and interesting? I made a smoothie this morning. Woo! Watch out now. Daredevil. Captain Excitement. My, what has been coined breakfast roulette. Not really been going too great. It's very difficult. I did one day try, instead of my oatmeal, I made eggs and toast. And it was all good and fine, except it did indeed throw my whole bodily functions, my whole sugar, my blood, my big bloods were very upset. So like by the time 10:30 rolled around, I was like shaking. The hunger shakes, as I call them. Too much fiber? I don't think there's any fiber in eggs and toast.
Glory to you and your house.
Kurt clap.
10 months from Fromst. 10 months from Fromst. Thank you very much, Subtub. Well, I just think the bread and the jelly was like too much carbs. I don't know. I get blood tests and I don't have any of the BDs or any sort of glycemies, so I don't know what the deal with that is. Yeah, I've kind of just been keeping with the oatmeal. I've abandoned. I mean, especially, I mean, the one thing I am doing is the medication changed, so I think it's better for my mentals to maybe fall back on the standard lunch and breakfast routine. But today I made a smoothie because the girlfriend got some frozen fruit. She thought I could put in my cottage cheese, which I did get, but I've only kind of like added the cottage cheese to my morning routine. It hasn't really replaced anything. So I don't know. But anyway, there was a banana, there was some frozen fruit and blueberries, and I put a little bit of her yogurt, gross, and almond milk. And we don't have a blender, but we do have an immersion blender. And it worked. I was kind of worried it wasn't going to work. I kind of like pre-defrosted the fruits. Did it make you cold? Well, no. I mean, I still had my oatmeal and my hot coffee. So, like I said, it was just a little zazzy addition to the normal breakfast as opposed to a reinvention of it. Real zazzy jippers. Snoring noises. Whoa, oh, that was scary. I fell down and then saw through the world and thought I was going to fall in an endless hole of despair. I did have some leftover protein, pea protein, that I used to put in my bread, thinking that would help my bread, and it really never helped my bread. I put like a minimal, like a teaspoon of that, just because I didn't want to make it very gross. So I got a little dusting of protein. Ooh. Picturesque. Oh, I was going to say, get in this picture, Wolfie. He's right there. Alright, I'll get him now. Or not. Oh. Okay. This is bad photography. This whole area is kind of neat. That's very high sand. High sand. Ooh. What else is new? Yeah, for the final project of her photography class, we went out and took pictures of mushrooms. Mushrooms. Because, like, the project was to do, like, a series of, like, a theme of photographs. So our theme was mushrooms. Or I should say her theme was mushrooms. It's not my class. Delicacies. What are you doing, Juno? Her class are mushrooms. Very, very difficult to take pictures of mushrooms, particularly without like a macro lens. But it's also just like very dark on the forest floor. Which causes some too long shutter times that make things blurry. Would you want to plant mushrooms in your yard? I mean, I don't think you really... I mean, I'm sure you can, but I don't think you can, like, plant mushrooms. We have mushrooms. We don't want to eat mushrooms. We're not mushroom eaters. We're mushroom appreciators. Mushrooms are very specific about where because of woke. About where they... Oh, that's a guy! I'm like, what is that skeletal looking animal right next to me? Go on, get. Oh, jeez, he's... Get him, Wolfie. Is he dead? Did he not leave any residue? He up and vanished like a fart in the wind. Oh, he didn't leave any residue. Maybe he's still alive. Huh. Okay. He turned into a sheep, I guess. That was weird. See, I don't think you can really plant mushrooms. I know you can, like, propagate mushrooms and, like, have a mushroom bucket or bag. What's up, mushroom buckets? And, like, grow them that way. But the wild mushrooms, they're very specific, like, only these types of mushrooms are found on cedar trees. Etc., etc. What else? What else happened? Mushrooms, meatloaf. I mean, I already talked about this during SnowRunner, but yeah, we did the meatloaf Thanksgiving. And then last night was the last of the meatloaf. So we cut it up into chunks and put it in macaroni and cheese. As the Lord intended. Oh, Wolfie! That was not the way you should have gone. I'm gonna need some pigs here. Macaroni and cheese loaf. Makeshift hamburger helper. Kind of. Or just kind of like meatballs. More like meat cubes. My meatloaf turned out good. I should post the recipe I found. The girlfriend was a little bit skeptical. Because it called for carrots and celery in the meatloaf. And like, you know, onions and garlic and all the normal stuff, but and also her previous meatloaf experience was the cheese loaf. was a meatloaf what's the rolled cake again? I always forget. Meatloaf Swiss roll. That's what it is. But with cheese. Oh, buddy. What's up, cheese rolls? I gotta write these down to know how to start each of the streams. Add them to the Discord. There's so little activity on the Discord, except for when, like, I ask somebody to add something to the Discord so we can remember it later, and then, like, people talk, like, a mile a second, and then it just disappears into the history. Ooh. I hiccuped. Ooh. Discords be like that sometimes. Sorry we be having discourse on your Discord. I know. That's not supposed to work like that. Excuse me. Still yawning. Farlands? That's not an alert. It never was. You should know what the Farlands is if you're here. Oh, well, never getting that one. Very cold down here, brr. Ugh. Gonna need some pigs. Gonna need some pigs around here for Wolfie. The pig population is problematic. The Farlands are indeed at 12,550,821. I memorized it. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I should have bought that sweater. In a mood, you too, sir. You do turkey casserole with the leftovers of my not at all turkey meatloaf? That would be difficult. Well, no, the meatloaf leftovers, like I said, went into the mac and cheese. Pay attention. You'll be quizzed about this after the segment. Excuse me. Peas and tuna fish to your mac and cheese. We're not big fish people. But we do like broccoli. Broccoli goes good in mac and cheese. Or sausage. Bacon. Although we don't have much bacon that often. Although we have bacon now because I put it on the meatloaf. Hot dogs, true. The classic. It was a bacon loaf lattice. I tried. There wasn't a lot of room to work with. Alley-oop! Oh, I think he just spawned. Then instead of actually jumping that far. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, we're low on pigs, Wolfie. Everything but pigs are spawning. Oh, I need beds. That is not a bed. For a second there, when Wolfie looks up like that, his ears clipping through his body look like eyebrows. Like cartoonish eyebrows. You got cartoon eyebrows, you know? You want me to draw on your eyebrows? Oh, what in the deuce? Dog. Anybody subscribe to holiday gift giving? What's on the lists? What are on your lists? Yeah. 12 pumpkins. Kids' toys for the youngins? You have youngins? They let you have youngins? Is this looks kind of weird. Like multiple chunks at the starting line. But it's not. Yeah, I guess with the trees and everything, it's not like defined enough. I don't think this is a chunk error. I think it's just like a weird ravine. You are related to the young'uns. Weird. I mean, this is like a natural ravine before there was ravines in the game. I mean, one way to test it would be to log out and log back in. But then I wouldn't know if I'm on the chunk or not, and then I'd be teleported. Who knows what would happen. Huh. Cool. Cool, man. Oh, well, how could I possibly have known this would have happened? And I guess I can also look. Well, I don't know. Like, if you see any weird seams on the Wolfie on the what are those called? Caves. Then again, caves do tend to be weird on their own. Hi. He's fine. All right, have a seat. I'm investigating. There is like a weird seam this way. Do you see this? With all the caves? I don't know what that means. So that's weird. It's just, it's way more than a chunk. I see your long seam. I don't know how to get like a better look at it. Oh. Whoa. Well then, well... Yeah, I don't know. I think, I do think, yeah, like there's a, well... I don't know. I don't know anything about how this game works. Oh, there's a spawner. Yeah, I think that's just chunk borders. But don't, do caves not, like, continue through chunk borders? I was more looking for evidence to explain all this, but I just think it's terrain gen. Well, the transient chunks, if I can defer to our expert, are not at 0. They're like at negative 11 or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think that was just a wackadoodle mountain range. It just had multiple mountains spawn close together that made a ravine. Residual Y2K error. Uh-oh. Wolfie, you better spawn right here. That's right. Undocumented. Chunk errors. X-Files theme intensifies. Pig! You better be a moist pig. A succulent Chinese meal. No. Oh no. Okay, I think he got that. Abby knows. Oh, sorry, Juno. Good gravy. What are you doing under there? You have so many beds? Doing? You're being weird. You're being a weird bean. Everybody's being a weird bean today. All these dogs. Y'all want to watch me brush her teeth? Because she needs it. It's rank. A tempting diving board, but that water ain't deep enough. I'm very, I mean, we've been over this before, but I'm pretty terrible at gift giving. Particularly, like, for my nephews. But what do you get a nephew who likes to play the drums? I mean, and does play the drums. Learning to play the drums. Can you log into Adobe for me? It is a girlfriend mission, yes. How many? It's an Adobe emergency. Speaking of wackadoodle, look at this. Look at this crazy situation. I can't even get all of it on my screen. Oh, Wolfie. Drumsticks from a band he likes. Do they make band branded drumsticks? Is that a thing? I don't know the first thing about drums. Buy some bongos. Signature drumstick. Like an autographed drumstick? I'm confused. Plus 50. I'm exploring this wackadoodle land. I will not have judgment on how far off the x-axis I am. Oh, there's pigs, though. I will go over here to get those pigs. Yeah, I don't know quite. This isn't Goober, by the way. This is Goober's younger brother. Goober plays the guitar. That was my next question. What do I get Goober? Well, these pigs are dry. Dang. Hold on. I believe he's not yet, but he will soon be 18, yes. Sorry. Hang the guitar. I mean, I suppose I should check with my sister, his mother, to see what he has or doesn't have. Might already have a guitar holder. Oop. Picks are a thing. Here is a 25-cent pick. Merry holidays. I'll get custom Mr. G picks made. Wolfie just fell in the water. Now we know how he ended up in that lava that one time. Is guitar wax a thing? It's not a violin. You're thinking of skis. uh... uh... yeah, I'm sure there's maintenance stuff. Just like there's maintenance stuff for trombones. Oh lord, I haven't looked at the trombone in many, many moons. I wouldn't be surprised if it was rusted away. Return to those trombone shores from whence it came. We support you. In my trombone abandonment? Trombandament? I mean, I honestly, I don't know that trombone was really in the running for an actual Kurt J. hobby. That was more of a bit. It could have, I suppose. Wait. Our support for you is not a bit. I could have, if I turned out to be some sort of hidden trombone savant, I would have kept up with it.
Thank you for letting us sit in, Kurt J. Man.
Kurt J. Man. I did play guitar in my younger days. I still have a guitar which I bought off my older sister, who also tried guitar, but then gave it up. So I bought the guitar from her, so I would learn guitar. And now she's the one with a son, who's my nephew, who's Goober, who plays the guitar. But like the electric guitar. I've got the nerd's guitar, an acoustic. Whoops. This was also the sister who got into school band in elementary school by playing the flute, but then she gave up on the flute. And thus set precedent, meaning that when I wanted to join band, I wasn't allowed to, even though the teacher said I had proficiency for the horns. I had some real proficiency for the horns. And thus, we come full circle to me finally playing a trombone. I can tell it doesn't bother you at all based on how many times you keep bringing it up. I was born for the horn. I could have been a tubaman. Or a Frenchman. A sousaphone? No, see, that's a reed instrument, isn't it? That I wasn't good at those, the teacher said. A sousaphone is a wraparound tuba. It's a comfort tuba. No, I think a sousaphone is like a saxophone. Only Sousa. The anxiety tuba. My weighted tuba. Sousaphone has the trombone end, the mouthpiece. Is a brass in the tuba family. They're second cousins once removed. Well, I don't know that elementary school band had a sousaphone. That might have been a little bit advanced for playing Mary Had a Little Lamb. Ooh. Love to go through a hole. Oh, it's just a tuba designed to march with? Yeah, no, I don't know that a marching band would have been my thing. Not that. No thanks. I'm a musician, not a sportsman. Speaking of sports, what was it at like 11:30 in the AM? Suddenly explosions outside everywhere. Ooh, it's dark down here. Lighting errors. Oh, I fix. I fix! Yeah, we had to look it up. It was the football. The football team won.
Maybe it's not the destination that matters. Maybe it's the journey.
To the journey.
You're here.
Zoogie Zork has been part of the journey for 71 months. Woo.
Woo! Zoogie Zork with a tier 2. A tier 2 sub. See? Zoogie Zork is trying to be like Real Jelly Man. With that tier 2 sub. In the tub. 71 months. Much appreciated. What the? I find that very bizarre and weird. What did I say to the girlfriend? I'm like, what is it with our neighbors? They're like, ah! The local sports team just won their match. To the fireworks repository! And they like run outside, lighter in hand, and artillery shell in the other hand. Gadoosh. That looked a bit chunky? No. Well, first of all, it's in the positives. And second of all, it's if it was like vertical, it's got some beveled edges. You gotta look at the edges. You can tell by the edges. Sousaphone. Sousaphone. Honestly, this this floating island right here would have been easier to convert into an enterprise. It's already got the 2 nacelles and like the start of a main dish. If only we had pressed F3 out here. Could be Voyager. Or it could be Captain Archer's Enterprise NX-01. Been a long time. Is gift stuff still on sale, or was that expire at the end of November? You can tell how many streams I've watched myself. Do not sub on mobile. Illegal. I banish. Ban and banish. Did another football team just win? Because there's somebody just raided their firework repository. Yep. Something's going on. Juno's upset. Did a football happen? Oh, that's not my workbench. Alright. Bed. Boat. I guess I can make a spare shovel since that one's going to break soon. Now this is where I'm going to get a bunch of pigs and run out of inventory space. All because I made a spare shovel. Alright, let's go to sleep and back up the world. A skeleton did pop out today. How did they know? How did the game we were literally just playing, know what happened in the game? We left off at 72,259.08 megabytes.